25,150 should get us today to 25,420 because there's nothing left. And once they clear that level back up, quick trip to 25,415, 420. It's only 300 points, so it should be pretty easy for them today. All right, I think we're back online here with Bookmap, so should be working. Can y'all hear me in the Discord? Check, check. Sweet. 25,110, and we're about to blast right through 110 and take out a new high of the day. Still going. There it is. About to go. About to go. YouTube's down again. How is that even possible? Like this is I've restarted it 3 times. There we go. About to take it out. The most resilient market in 6 years. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. 25,420 is next. There you go. Here's a new YouTube link. No YouTube for you. I love it. I love it. Fantastic. Here we go. Craving pancakes? Dude, I've been craving pancakes now for months. It's weird you said that. Which I'm not really a pancake guy, but. All right, screw Nasdaq. I might have to take a couple of month hiatus from Nasdaq. This is some of the most disgusting price action. Gold, 3C, bounce right here. Protein powder? Nah, like real pancakes, like real buttermilk pancakes. 51.54 is a 3C on gold. Silver is 84.38. My wife makes protein pancakes with a lot of eggs and yogurt mixed in. That sounds delicious. Denny's pancakes. They have a Denny's open in Comida. $25,125. RTY's new high of the day for RTY. Buy the dip, yeah. I mean, look at this 60-minute chart, man. It's just cycling back and forth. It's awful. Yes, we do. Nice. Yeah, Denny's is good stuff, man. I spent a lot of hours in Denny's. A very clear indication of a trap is this move right here. Slow, grindy price action, instant massive candle that gets bottom wicked instantly. So after you see this, that is fuel for up because every single person start trying to short this red candle. A little bit of pressure and you fly. I mean that's liquidity traps right there. So new high, another 400 points. So 25,420 is your target after this level. Now, maybe not today, but in the day or two, maybe today. I don't know. I don't see why not, but in the coming sessions is what you're looking for. $140. What is the market celebrating? It's not celebrating anything. It's just, everyone knows war is bullish. It's pretty common for the market to bounce when we go to war and stuff like that. It's just this time the market didn't sell. So we didn't get the negative side of the war response, but we certainly got the positive side. I mean, they're bottom wicking everything. So at this point, new all-time highs. Who knows? I refuse to participate in it, though. I'm not doing much until we break out of this range, or I'm going to go to gold and silver. Yeah, so the trap candle, let me switch over. I'll show you. Volume analysis there. So this candle right here is the trap candle. When you have this slow grindy price action and then this quick one-sided move and then the follow-on instant bottom wick, that's trap right there. Trap and then up. So right there. I was looking at data and Ward to create sell-offs and bounces. Yeah, typically that's what happens, is that we get a big sell-off and then a big bounce, but we never got the sell-off. It's just we're dead flat, and then now we're getting the bounce back up when the war is coming to an end. So this time we didn't even get the downside. We got the sell-off. It was 5 minutes long. Yeah. So because when Russia started, we sold off a lot, like hundreds and hundreds of points we sold off. I mean, it entered us into a very large drawdown, and then we bounced. But this time it was just like, hey, I mean, heck, we sold off for about 5 minutes, and then they bounced it. Yeah. This is the kind of price action where I just need to set targets and walk away. Definitely. Small position size, put on a target, and that's it. Easy peasy. Is there an easy way to see what the number on Nasdaq correlates to the Qs? Not really. You can make some sort of correlation, but it's not the cleanest. Will gold actually hold this move up? Possibly. Possibly. But, don't hope. Just set your targets and set your stops, and that's it. I don't think I'm reading the market well that it took one trade and lost, going to hands off till A+. Definitely. There's another gotcha candle. Insta bottom wick. All reds is just fishing for higher prices at this point. What time frame are you using? These are the instantaneous. So there's just I guess what are the 5-minute charts? But now they know you know that you know that. Yeah. The gotcha candle, that's right. That is right. $25,110. We have a little bit of a rejection, very slow. Not touching it. Gonna have to leave you today and work on my bathroom renovation. Options really not moving. Nice, Maddie. Very cool. I love that stuff. Mine looks completely different. You got SPX, right? Because there's a couple. If you put in SPX, there's a couple of different options to choose from. From your perspective, what would you use to enter here for downside? Um, it's I need a good confident 3C if I'm going to look for any kind of short positions. But currently, the environment is incredibly difficult for shorts. This whole week, you've got about a 15-minute window in the morning to take a short position, and then after that, you're going to get clobbered. And then maybe again in power hour, you'll have another opportunity, which usually works pretty well. But during the session, during the middle of the session, they are just putting on the algos and letting this thing climb up every single day. So for like right now, I'm not doing nothing. If they sell it all the way back off today, whatever, man. I've already taken my trade. I'm not interested in fighting this back and forth crap. If I'm being honest, I have zero motivation to even take trades with any kind of real risk until we get out of this range. Like, this is where traders get wrecked. I've been doing this long enough to know when the market starts doing this kind of crap, the best thing to do is nothing until we get out of this range. And volatility's coming. A little bit of red coming on. Play the small range, take your money, and wait for the real move coming. Yep, that's pretty much what I've been doing. Is just take my trade every now and then in the morning, and that's it. What's crazy is the VIX is still over 20. Exactly. I mean, VIX spiked to what, 28? We rolled back over, and now VIX is still holding 21.8. But you wouldn't think it looking at the price action. You remember what a VIX over 25 and 20 did back in 2022? Yeah, we do have another 3C short here, but like I said, I'm not touching it. The shorts are just getting bounced left and right, and if you wait for confirmation, it's just the R&R is not too high. By the time we get confirmation about the turn, yeah. I'm having a disconnect between VP and 0DT running the price action. The thesis of Anna's book says the MMs buy low, sell high. I get that. What I don't get is for MMs to let prices fall when short-dated options drive price instead of the underlying. Well, Jukebox, is I completely understand what you're coming from, and I would challenge you with my response of zooming much further out. The daily chart. The daily chart does a big deal, especially in my pre-market analysis, on determining how I approach the session. And look at this daily chart. This is by far the most atrocious price action we've seen in a while. And even in the range here, when we entered this range back in July, that we had, you could even still play some nice candles. You know, there was a period there where things are nice, but things are starting to tighten up even more. So we went from this range, tightened up here in January, and now it's going like super tight. Nasdaq and ES are just pinned flat now since first week of February. So everything until we break out is manipulation from the order book by selling premiums. The 0DTE options are going to have a stranglehold on the market until we break into trend. Don't trade large thesis until the markets are showing bullish or bearish. I have a bearish distribution thesis on me, but right now it's not It's not playing out yet. We are dead flat. And because we're dead flat, especially the fact that price action is dead flat with the VIX going to 30 is asinine. The zero DTEs are going to use those opportunities to short premium, to gather those credits, collect credits, and that's it. And that's it. Until the market moves, then we start to see the VPA come into play. So that's why she says that if you see a consolidation range, you have to be very patient. And the good thing about the long-term consolidation is that the longer we consolidate, the longer we break out. Booyah. That's why I say the longer the Nasdaq stays here and the S&P stays here, the lower my target goes. If we stay here another month, then my target will go well beyond S&P 5,000. It'll start going into the 4,000s, maybe even 3,500. But the fact that we're staying here for this long tells me that there's not nearly enough demand left in this market to go higher, and we're just going to put in aggressive lows. Aggressive lows. Stop me to the tick on that bounce. We have closed the open and weekly gap now. Maybe tomorrow we could turn the gap as closed. Maybe. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. It's crazy how market clarity goes out the window when I'm a few dollars from profit on evals, even if the count isn't related. And some clarity comes back after the fund and leaves no matter the count size. That's why prop firms work are possible. They can survive 0.05% of those make it alive. Yeah. Discipline can be there, but if I'm getting in and out of the way, I mean, yeah, you're 100% right about all that. You know, that's finding yourself in trading and learning to manage the system. 100%, man. I learned a great deal, and I'm always learning. I've been doing this for 15 years, and I'm still learning. I certainly don't consider myself a professional, but I'm always learning, and I learned a great deal in May and June when I took that break. I learned a great deal about prolonged rest in the market. When things don't line up with your eye, stop. It's the best thing you can do. The best thing you can do is that if you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. If you can't make heads or tails of the market, then just shut it down. The market will be there for you when you come back in a day or two or whenever. So just shut it down. Do nothing. Don't make it worse. If you're arguing with your wife, just don't make it worse. I know you have the urge to say you're acting just like your mom, but don't. Just stop. Don't do it. Her mom's nicer. I actually really like my wife's mom, so that's not an insult for me. She'd probably take it as a compliment. Thank you. Yeah. Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff. What do y'all think? We going down or up today? What's going on here? I never even know what they're doing. The script for National Treasure 3 is now being written. Interesting. Meatloaf. Down is only allowed after hours. Tell me about it. All right, now we're starting to come down just a touch here. Like I said, that's a double bounce, but, you know, whatever. We got 7 more minutes left in the stream. I apologize. I've been about zero help for y'all today. I can't kill it every day. If you're in the Discord, go sign up for the March TPT competition. Try to earn yourself $1,200, $1,200. Bottom wick, bottom wick, bottom wick, baby. I'll tell you what, that Zoji rice maker, fantastic. Makes the best rice. I love it. Well done, worth the money. Even plays a little colorful jingle. You entered? Nice. Still made daily profits as 2/4, 1/2 of my account. 2/4 is 1/2. Yeah, not a bad morning. What you got on YouTube? Any questions? Thoughts? Another big green wick. Made $50 day one of the comp. Gonna leave it all that. There you go. That's why I didn't put on a dollar amount goal, because I just want good, high quality, consistent trading with smart position sizing. That's what I want. It's amazing. It's amazing. Some of you have never had a Halo 1 4-on-4 LAN party, and it shows. Little bounce back up on Nasdaq. I was $10 away from being funded at the start of the day. Are you still good? Glad I left my 50K account where it was. Market's still twerking? Yeah. I miss Couch Co-op, Golden Age. Heck yeah, man. Best gaming ever was having a LAN cable. 4-on-4 Halo 1 in the Gulch. It's the best. Beats this Xbox Live online crap. Let's say now I wish I was still $10 away from being funded. I feel you, man. I've done it before. These markets are nearly impossible to short. That's why I'm not doing anything. I know you're probably like, what's this guy doing? It's boring. But, yeah. An Amazon order that I canceled last week is about to be delivered. Looks like I just got a free product. Sweet. All right, 1 minute away from the end of the stream here. If you have any questions, let me know. It's going to be my first funded. Started last week with props. Well, rule number one with those things, man, is forget about the dollar goals in terms of trading. Remember, the market doesn't care how much you have left for a dollar goal. The market only has setups. So your system needs to identify, you either have a setup or you don't. You can't break that rule of having a setup just to, all right, well, I just need to catch one candle to make my goal. Let me go ahead and put on a trade no matter what. That's a hard thing to get into, man, because that exact scenario will happen. I'll take a look to it. That's what I'm going to do now is double check. All right, that is 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern. That means it's the end of the stream. I passed the evaluation twice, but I struggle as soon as it becomes a pro account. All right, so that is a very, almost everybody in prop firm trading has that exact experience. It's because of rule changes. They allow different size position sizing, not to mention your own personal emotions change. If you want to combat that, build in a day where the day you get funded, don't trade. Make it a point is that the first day you're just not going to trade. Just create some distance between passing the eval and getting the funded. Once you do start trading, reduce the position sizing way down. Trade with 1 micro just to break the ice, like going on a new date, baby. You can't say something stupid. You'll wreck the date. Go to 1 micro and trade that. So, anyway, y'all have a good rest of the day. I will see you all bright and early tomorrow morning. Make sure you go sign up for the $1,200 cash giveaway. Te amo, yo te quiero. If you haven't switched over to the new website, please go do so. And shoot me a DM when you do. Hope you have a good rest of the day. I'm out.